How's it going, YouTube lovers? This is the Eagle Builder and Bear. Welcome back to another video where today I am doing another trailer reaction. Today I am reacting to the first teaser trailer. Well, I guess it'll be the only teaser trailer because that's how teaser trailers work. For Thor: Love and Thunder, the fourth Thor movie. This is the first character in the MCU that's getting a quadrilogy. Quadrilogy. That's actually, I've never actually used that word out loud. That's kind of funny. But this is really exciting. I really liked Ragnarok a lot. I thought Taika Waititi did a really good job with the direction he took that movie. I'm less confident in this one just because I know he's bringing Jane back, and I never really liked her character. I feel like writing her out was one of the best things he did in Ragnarok. So I don't know how I feel about them bringing her back. I'll have to see how they handle it. But I'm excited to see. This trailer's been a long time coming. I think this movie's supposed to come out, like, in July. So we're, like, a few months out. So this is a really short marketing period for this movie. I think it's, like, the shortest of any Marvel Studios movie. But anyway, enough blabbering. Let's go ahead and jump into this reaction. Was that Thor growing up?
Hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace.
That look, I have a comment on that later.
I need to figure out exactly who I am.
Sweet Child of Mine. Oh, that's a great song choice. Is he wearing an Avengers hat?
I want to choose my own path. Live in the moment. My superheroing days are over.
So he wants to retire. Wow, this is visually gorgeous. Wait, hold on.
Remember what I told you?
I'm glad we get to see the Guardians.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Not me. What? Just listening.
My gosh. Those two have a great dynamic. Oh. There she is. Oh wow, that was very much a teaser trailer. Holy cow, that went by really fast. Okay, there were a few things I noticed in there that I'm definitely going to have to point out in the breakdown, but that trailer barely gave us anything. Interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown so I can point out those things I was going, ooh, about. Alright, let us begin. Yeah, so this right here shows Thor growing up, and that right there is a very comic-accurate costume. So that's pretty cool. So it seems like Thor in this movie wants to retire. Like, he's literally trying to bury the hatchet. The axe in this case. And after his... because he's like hundreds or thousands of years old, right? That's what he said before in, like, Infinity War. I can't remember the exact number. But it sounds like he's done fighting and he's ready to retire. This movie looks visually gorgeous. Yeah, right there. Oh my gosh, that's... The hat says Strongest Avenger. I missed the part where it said Strongest. I just saw that it said Avengers. That's actually amazing. But at least we don't have Fat Thor. At least he's Buff Thor again. Yeah, it almost seems like the Guardians are charging the battle, but Thor doesn't want to be part of it. Those are some flying goats. Well, it looks like New Asgard has definitely advanced since we saw it in Endgame. Like, look at this. It actually looks like some of the Asgardian buildings there, not just, you know, Norwegian? Where is New Asgard? I actually don't remember where New Asgard is. That is gorgeous. Who the heck is that? It's some kind of pirate or something that... Well, it looks like there's a sea monster or something back. This looks like one of Thor's, like, random adventures that he's on. It says here, not every god. And that's a good shot. But then when it says not every god, we see this. We see a hand catching a lightning bolt. So, it looks like they're going to be mixing mythologies in this one. Mixing them together. I think this is Zeus. The Greek god. So we got the Greek and the Norse gods talking together. So is this supposed to be Olympus? That's actually really cool. Well, I believe the villain of this movie is supposed to be, Oh, wait, I just realized we didn't see the villain in this trailer. Huh. Okay. Weird. But, the villain is called Gore the God Butcher. So, it makes sense that they would bring in other gods for him to hunt down other than just Thor. Yes, MCU's been leading a lot into different mythologies lately. Because, you got Moon Knight right now. Which, again, I know I still haven't released reviews of episode 2 and 3 yet. I actually still haven't seen them. I was super busy this weekend. That should be soon, I promise. But based on that, they're definitely leading more into actual mythology and blending that into the lore of the MCU. So you've got, obviously, we already had the Norse gods with all the Thor movies. Looks like they're introducing the Greek gods here. Or maybe they'll end up being the Roman versions, and this is actually Jupiter and not Zeus. Who knows? Then we've also got, of course, the Egyptian gods and Moon Knight. I wonder how many more they're going to tie into. This is really cool. That is an impressive shot. That is a big creature. But it looks like we get to see plenty more of Korg, which is good. Oh, right, Tonsberg. So, is it a cruise test? Those are cruise ships. That's amazing. So, New Asgard is... It says New Asgard tours on the bus over there. So this place has definitely come a long way from just like the little fishing town that we saw it as in Avengers Endgame. Like here is its king, Valkyrie. Appears to be is that Meek on this? That is Meek on the side. That's amazing. In a suit. But this appears to be like a different meeting of nations that Valkyrie is attending. So, it makes sense. I mean, Asgard, just this entire country has shown up to become kind of a city-state on planet Earth, so it makes sense that she would end up being involved in talks like this. She does look very bored about it, though. But hey, we can see Meek here as well. That's good. Yeah, this is 100% Olympus. I'm just saying right here. 100%. This is going to be Olympus. And there's the Guardians. Definitely looking forward to Guardians 3. I'm very curious to see how they work Gamora back into the story after how they left that situation in Endgame. Oh, what's that on Mantis's head? That's different. These are definitely a couple different new suits here. They look good. Oh my gosh. Having these two Chris's argue and annoy each other and things like that is great. And I'm looking forward to more of that. And I feel like the Guardians are probably only going to be in the first act of the movie, but I'm going to cherish every little bit that they are there for all those interactions. Alright, here we go. Then the big thing at the end of the trailer. We have Mjolnir is now repaired somehow. This is where I start having my concerns about this movie. Is that it's going to undo some of the things that Ragnarok did. And Ragnarok I thought was brilliant. So I don't know how I feel about them undoing some of these things. So here we see Mjolnir is repaired, still like with cracks on it, but it is put back together. And there she is, Jane Foster as they call Mighty Thor. So I believe in the comics it has to do with like receiving Thor's power to help her survive cancer or something. And I wonder if that's probably what they're going to tie into this plotline, if they're going to directly adapt it that way. Okay, I was just confirming. Taika did not write Ragnarok, but I'm sure he had a lot of creative input considering how much his style was all over that movie. But the reason I was checking is because I really like the fact that they wrote her out, because I did not like her character in the previous two movies, really. I thought she was very bland. Again, nothing against the actress. I thought the writing was just not that good. So I'm hoping that with the different team of writers that we have for, like Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, that they fixed a lot of stuff about Thor and his movies in Ragnarok. I'm hoping that can apply to Jane's character as well and make her a lot more interesting. Because for now, I don't know much about how they've changed her character because she hasn't spoken a single word in any of the marketing that we have. So for now, I'm not fully on board with... I'm going to just say it. I'm not fully on board with this movie yet. This trailer was... I feel like it didn't reveal enough. Like, sure, showing her was the big thing, but they didn't even tease the villain, like, at all. So I have no idea what to expect from this movie. I don't think the teaser did its job. And also, I'm not looking forward to Jane coming back based on how she was previously written. So until they get us a trailer that gives a better idea of how her character will be in Love and Thunder, and that it shows it as an improvement compared to the first Thor and Dark World, until then, I don't think I'm fully on board with this movie yet. I'm excited to see the Guardians interacting with Thor, but it seems like that's just going to be a first act thing. So beyond that, I'm going to temper my expectations for now. So there you go. That was my reaction to the teaser trailer for Thor Love and Thunder. Like I said, I don't think that this was a well-executed teaser compared to some previous ones that they've had. Like the first trailer for Ragnarok was, to compare to another Thor movie, was brilliant in setting up what was going to be going on in the movie. This one, I didn't really get a feel of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the only thing I really understand is that the first act is going to have Thor trying to retire while he's with the Guardians. That's like the only thing I can get from this, besides obviously like Jane coming back and having Thor powers. But I will hold off. I will hold off on my expectations for this movie until we get a trailer that better gives us an idea of what's actually going to be happening, like with the villain, and then also gives us a better idea of what Jane's character will be written like, because that is a big factor for me and if I will actually enjoy this movie, especially because she's going to have a much bigger role in this than she did in the previous movies. So please fix Jane like you fixed the rest of the Thor franchise. Please. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please drop a like in the comment down below if you did. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, guys!